Hello, the purpose of this video is to show you how to calculate the total return for a stock, particularly one that pays a high dividend. You definitely want to be including that when you're calculating your total return. So we're going to use Altria today. They pay a fat, juicy dividend, if you'll notice, of 5.3%. So stock appreciation alone in calculating the return is going to leave out a lot of your gain in the stock. So we want to make sure we're including those dividends when we calculate that return. So under the summary section, you can go to historical prices and you can query a series of stock prices for any stock that's available or any ticker symbol that's available on Yahoo Finance. Then I don't want 43 years worth of data, so let's say I bought the stock in 2007, and then I click Get Prices, and here's my series of data. If you notice, there's a dividend every fourth line. That's to include the quarterly dividend from Altria. So I'm going to download that to the spreadsheet. I want to open it from the browser's cache, and we'll wait a few seconds here while Excel opens up. And that didn't work, so let's try again. And here we go. Okay, let's maximize that. So you got 6 columns when you download this query. The date of the transaction. If you notice, it has the most recent first. We're going to want to change that, so we'll get to that later. The opening price of the stock for the month, high price for the month, the low price, where the stock closed, and the adjusted close. And this is the column that we're interested in because this is going to adjust the stock price for any dividends that have been paid over the years. So back to resorting the date, I want to put in some filters, and I'm going to sort the dates that the oldest are first. So take a look at the difference here between the nominal prices of the stock in 2007 and the adjusted close. So if you add all those dividends back in time, that's the actual price in today's prices. So to calculate the total return, you want to divide the price at any given time by the original price that you purchased the stock. So in this case, we're going to divide the opening price by the opening price, since that's where we are in the series at this point. And then I want to subtract 1 so that you're not including the price in the stock in the numerator. You only want to include the excess over the opening value, or the number less than the opening value in the case of a stock decline. Also notice that I've anchored the denominator, so we always want to be dividing by the first number in the series. So I'm going to click enter there. That's 0%. That's expected. And now I want to go to the end of the series. The fastest way to do this is not to scroll or use the scroll bar on the right side, but to go into any of these series that has data and hold the control button down and then down arrow, and that's going to go to the end of any contiguous series, whether it's data or whether it's empty spaces. So here I'm going to do it again to get back to the top. I did control up. Now I want to do control shift. That's going to download. It's going to down scroll to the end of the contiguous data and also highlight everything, and then I hit control D. And if you notice, the total return for Altria, if purchased in 2007, is 135%. So $100 invested in Altria stock would now be worth $235. Now we want to name the series, and let's put a graph in. I'm going to do a line graph. And let's select our data. I want to add a series. So when you add a series, you select the field name and the series, the data for the series, and then I also want to add the dates of these transactions. And there's my stock chart. And let's move it to another page so that it's bigger and by itself. And let's delete this legend because the data is in the title. And there you have it, total return of a dividend paying stock adjusted for the dividends. and the graph.